Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all. And recently, the modding community, particularly the console modding community, or rather the console mod downloading community, has been really into newer Toyota Land Cruisers, and this one is no exception. This one actually hit a very high spot on trending on the mod browser not too long ago. And if you're curious about this mod in particular and you haven't had the chance to try it yet, the link to the mod.io page will be in the description box down below. Now, if you are on PC, you can actually pick up a emblems pack that will add the Toyota logos back to this thing, but of course, those are not available on console. Now, we are out here on the TNB Trails map today, and we're going to walk this thing through the customization, and then we're going to take it on some trails and see what it's like to drive. So let's go ahead and run into the garage real quick and start off with the engine. Now, we have the default SLC 30, and that is a power to weight rating. We have the powerful SLC 30, which is S+, and then we have the even more powerful. I love how they're listed as default, powerful, and then even more powerful. I think we're going to go with even more powerful for this one. Now, we have the default gearbox, we have the highway gearbox, and we have the off-road gearbox, and the only description that we get is choose wisely. And I mean, we're on TNB Trails, so we might as well choose the off-road gearbox. And then we have stock, flexible, raised, and tuned custom. We're going to go with the flexible suspension because I assume from the name, it's going to be the best for, well, overall flex. Now, whoa, hold on. Oh my God, that spring is huge. That spring is massive. It looks like a truck spring. Now, let's see. Ooh, you can do the default wheels and tires, but in a 37. Let's see. And then we have some quote-unquote modern off-road wheels. Those look like backwards Baja Claws. I don't know if anybody else sees that, but like my eyes are like backwards Baja Claws. And then let's see. Oh, you actually don't have that many options in the grand scheme of things, but we'll do these and see what happens. Now, let's see. Let's run the independent offline winch. And snorkel-wise, we'll go ahead and throw one on there. And we'll do the tire and fuel carrier on the back, as well as the roof rack on the, well, roof. Specifically, it's mainly a bunch of overland gear, it looks like. And then visuals-wise, we have a few stickers, or rather, okay. So this one is essentially a logo sticker slash just branding sticker if you want to run that. You can do kind of an off-road, higher-ish clearance setup with a built-in winch. And then you have a couple of different grill options. I'm going to stick with the first option, though. And then you can do kind of a shorty antenna or the stock roof bars, but that's going to get rid of our entire roof rack setup, so we're not going to do that. Now, if you do want to run the Toyota emblems, you can go ahead and throw them on right here. We're going to run it without the Toyota emblems because this is going to be run as if it were being run on console. But again, if you are on PC, these are an option for you. Now, you do have a few different wheel options. I'm going to go with these, although they are definitely a lot more street-ish looking than off-road looking. I would like to see something with a little bit more sidewall. But again, that is entirely up to the creator of the mod. Now, in terms of body color combinations, you actually have more options than I figured you would have, and some of them are two-tone, which is really cool. So let's actually run. I dig the kind of like black and white with the blacked out running boards, but let's see what other options. I also really like the black and red. I tell you what, let's run the black and red because that looks really good. And look at that interior too. We're gonna go ahead and throw beans up there on the dash, and then now we can take this thing for a spin. And we'll get rid of those dev tools as well. And now, oh, well, if you don't like seeing the spare tire and fuel and also the trailer hitch in the rear view camera, I don't suggest running them or not using interior view if you are going to run them. Now, I think for this one, we're going to go ahead and head on down this way because there's a larger variety of trails down here that'll put this thing through more situations than a lot of the trails on the other direction. Oh, that suspension is like properly soft though. I mean, yes, even though those front springs are kind of cartoonishly huge, I mean, the suspension performance, though, and the tuning is actually really nice. At least it's really nice so far. Now, I'm actually wondering, should we go ahead and take the trail directly across the way? Or should we go down to the left and then link up with one of the other trails? I tell you what, let's go to the left. I know that I haven't been directly ahead in a really long time, but there is a little stretch of trail down here before you get to the racetrack that I think would be perfect for testing out a vehicle like this. Gorgeous view of the lake out there on the left as well. I always forget that the trail kind of drops away on the left there, and I'm always like caught off guard by it when you go to like almost roll over on that turn. And this is where we're going to try it out. All right, so let's start off in, I think, low plus. I think we can handle low plus. So we've got lockers on and all-wheel drive engaged. It's definitely not the flexiest thing in the world, but for something with independent front suspension, it's definitely not doing too bad. It's got a very kind of realistic vibe to it, but it's also realistic while still being pretty capable. I could totally see this being used in like a multiplayer overlanding adventure where maybe you and your friends get a variety of vehicles together, some solid axles, some independent front suspension, and just go out and have a good time on the trails. Lockers back off again because, well, I don't really want to overheat my diffs. I will say, though, I'm really glad that even though it is IFS, it's got enough travel up front to actually tuck the tires all the way up into the fenders, because a lot of independent suspension vehicles in SnowRunner don't have enough travel to do that. Oh, this is getting proper steep now. This is actually a really fun trail. Come on. I really enjoy this. This is a genuinely good combination of trail and vehicle. Almost there, almost there. Let's go. I'm just trying to keep my momentum going, because if I don't, I'm gonna be in a world of, well, tumbling back down the hill, and that will not be what anybody wants. Well, maybe there's a couple of people out there that are like, tumble, and I'm like, maybe later. Oh, now this section is sketchy. You just gotta hold a nice cruising pace without having a cruising pace that is so high that you end up, well, down in the ravine or the gully below. That is steep. Oh my God. That is so freaking steep. All right, I'm gonna put the lockers back on because I'm frankly probably gonna need them. Is that another route? No. That is not even remotely another route. And I think I'm high-centered. Am I? Yes. All right, I can either go to the inside, which is steeper. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go to the outside. I'm going to go to the outside and then try to walk my way back to the inside. There we go. Oh, you actually get a really good view of the rock bridge from here, though. This, I'm not sure I would attempt the rock bridge in, but I don't know. Maybe later on down the road, we'll give that a try. Oh, well, it's just got a lot rockier. I think this is all going to be about line choice and just making sure that we don't flop, essentially. There we go. How? Oh. Okay. I was like, where's the freaking line? It just didn't make any... Ooh. I am about to go over the edge. Like, if we don't get this right, then okay. Do I have any grip to go backwards? Just enough? It is really arguing with these... Oh, with these rocks, though. Come on. Yeah, it's hung up so bad. It is hung up so bad. And I mean, yes, I get it. This is a little bit more intense than it was designed for. But, I mean, if we were going to push it to the limit on this test, I feel like we've definitely found that limit. Maybe if we go further up the inside and then cut back down and then walk it, it's not going to be a damage-free route, but, I mean, it is going to get us a little bit closer to the end of the trail. So while we did end up with damage, I mean, it could have gone much worse. It could have gone, well, it could have gone tremendously worse than that. Only thing is, we are not out of the woods yet. Oh, not a bad line. Not a bad line at all, actually. Oh, this is so steep. Ooh. Big dip. Yeah, once it gets stuck on that front bumper, there's not much else it can do. Oh, no. We're still running, but we have no visible winch points. This is when being able to anchor would be super helpful. But while I will say it did a really good job, I might also end this video by saying this is a little bit more of an overlander than it is a rock crawler. Like, it can do some mild rock crawling, but I definitely don't think I would send it out to some place like this entirely by itself. But if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.